tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Okay, at this point, I'd like to, Mr. Blumenfield, would you and your crew, we have a very important presentation, so if we could get...
Next, we're going to hear from my friend and our great city attorney, Mike Feuer.
Thank you, Rabbi Blumenfield, for that introduction. I appreciate that. I actually very much like the 5775 joke. We're going to keep that in mind. It's a very important moment in the life of the Jewish community, not just here in Los Angeles, but around the world. But as my colleagues have mentioned, it's an important moment for all of us because it is an opportunity for us, irrespective of how we worship, to focus on how much we've mattered in the days that have passed for the Jewish community in the year that just passed, and how much more we still can do in the year to come. Rosh Hashanah is a moment of sober reflection, but it's also a day that commemorates hope and the opportunity that can lie ahead the next day. As we think about those opportunities here in Los Angeles, we do have, if we can summon the strength and the focus and the tenacity to do it, the opportunity to rise to the occasion, to challenge the status quo. As Mitch said, this could be the year when, if we lift each other up, we grapple successfully with the fact that homelessness plagues our community in ways most of us could never have imagined. We have an opportunity to change that in each of our neighborhoods. Gun violence plagues too many communities here in Los Angeles right now. There are steps we can take collectively to change that so kids and their families can walk to school safely. Economic inequality pervades our city in ways that are corrosive to our entire society. We in office who serve our community have a chance not only to lead by example, but to bring substantive change to the streets of our city. Rosh Hashanah reminds us that this is the moment. If not this moment, when will that moment come? Happy New Year.
Something that we can all relate to, which was one of the cards that went around wishing the sweetness of a new year for everybody, and everybody should dip their apples in honey, and they had their Apple iPhones in a jar of honey, which we could practice to do this morning if you like. Maybe we could recommend that you do that after the council meets. I've been given the honor to blow the shofar, and the words of its significance have been shared before, and I just wanted to add one more thought. The shofar is a tool of announcement. It's there to sound its clarion call to responsibility. And when we gather in our congregations on the holiday and we hear the blast of the shofar, more than just a call to awareness, a call to wake up to this responsibility that has been given to us as human beings to be partners with the God of all creation, to share the responsibilities of wholeness that have been spoken of by those members of this group before. The most powerful sound that comes out of this is the call that I believe takes us from the self and brings us into the voice of the collective, of the community. It's a very simple call that says that something is being asked of us. And in the city of Los Angeles, as you sit in these chambers today and every day, you have a litany of requests, everything from the mundane to the most consequential concerns that face the city and even face this country. And when the shofar blasts, I hope that you hear that call to remind you not of your own personal concerns, but your concerns of service. They're the most powerful sounds that come out not only of the shofar blast, but of the work that you do. They're the sounds that say that something is being asked of you, and it is your human responsibility to respond. We thank you for your service. It's an honor to stand here on behalf of the Jewish community and blow the shofar, which I hope I do well today. With my nervousness, you never know. I'm not a trumpet blower or anything like that. But hopefully the sound will be as renewing and as inspiring as it is for our congregations on these holidays. It's our custom that when the shofar is blasted, we rise. So I'm going to ask everybody to please rise. And I'm going to ask you to help me by reciting the words that are used in our congregation, the Hebrew words which explain the different sounds that come out of the shofar. The first one is Tekiah.